In 2045, the scientific community came to an ancient mysterious question that caused a wave of bewilderment among all scientists. What if there were no bees in the world? High-tech technologies allowed them to recreate a historical alternative reality to study the consequences of such an absence. A team of scientists conducted an experiment by moving into this fictional world to study it thoroughly. At the moment of transition, they felt the changes. The air was permeated with silence because this world suffered from the absence of the hiss of bees' wings. The trees and plants, usually fluttering with life and the sounds of bees, stood silent, and scientists have carefully studied the new ecosystem and were shocked by its violations. Without pollinators, pollinia, which is necessary for pollination of plants, could not reach flowers. As a result, the vast majority of plants did not bloom and ceased. The fate of plants has destroyed the food warehouse chain. Without enough fruits and vegetables, many animals, including insects, were in distress. The first signs of animals suffering from the absence of bees were noticeable already a week after the disappearance of bees. Squirrels and other nut and seed gatherers faced food shortages. Birds relying on flowers and pollen have also become severely affected. On the other hand, parasites and pests, previously slowed down by the activity of bees, broke out, gaining abundance on weakened plants. Scientists have given the world a couple of decades to adjust to this new biological reality. During this transition period, some plants became dependent on the reverse force of self-fertilization, but most trees and plants simply died out without receiving the necessary pollination assistance to save the remnants of the ecosystem. Scientists developed a number of synthetic pollen and robotic pollinators that replaced bees. However, these artificial pollinators did not have the efficiency and speed with which real bees work. By replacing universal pollinators with these robots, scientists faced great resistance from some plants that refused to accept artificial pollinators. The instability of the ecosystem has become increasingly alarming for scientists. Animals and plants that were on the verge of extinction could not recover without real bees. The scientific community has proposed using bee cloning, but this method would take decades to implement. In 2060, after 15 years of living in a world without bees, scientists realized how important the role of these natural pollinators was. They reached an agreement that it is necessary to take priority care of existing ecosystems and preserve the diversity of species, including bees. The world was left without bees for several more generations, while reasonable decisions were made to preserve their numbers. An in-depth study of alternative reality has helped to spawn a new movement to preserve bees and their important role in the biology. This period without bees was a reminder of the need to take care of the environment and our own contribution to the conservation of biological diversity on the planet.